How much open campus tokens should you have, should you hold, should you own? I'm going to try and help you answer this question. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I think Open Campus is by far one of the most powerful projects in this crypto space. It tackles learn to earn, or it disrupts the entire educational system. And maybe there's a world in the future where, education just becomes, decentralized, where we don't have to go into a standard building anymore. Are you noticing? Think back, like way back. We had, banks. Just think about a bank in general. Banks nowadays are all going online. They're digital. You're seeing a lot of banks close down. You see stores that close down. I remember Top Shop. We used to be able to walk into a Top Man and buy yourself a t-shirt. Now they're focusing just doing stuff online. So what's happening is, as time's going on, things are evolving and things are changing. And I know that has nothing to do with education. I'm just trying to say, right now we have to go into a building in order to go to school. Same as with your work. You had to walk into a building. A lot of the times workplaces are forcing people to work from home because you're capable of putting something on your ear like this and you just talk to people over the phone. You're capable of doing that. And during that COVID event, everybody was doing that. It made it more efficient, more easier for these companies. And they just said, you know what, let's just keep doing this. So right now we live in a world where kids still go to some form of a building. But in the future, I don't know, maybe buildings will last long term. But in the future, we might see a situation where it becomes all just online. Now, whichever way it is, whether it's all online or whether it is where you can still walk into a building and socialize and stuff, this still holds a strong value to the educational system. There's trillions being spent. How much is spent in education globally? I just want to see, because last time I checked USA, I checked United Kingdom, there was roughly, it amounts about $1 trillion. So globally, look, how much do countries spend on education? In 2020, it was about $5 trillion. It's a lot of flipping money. So I can only imagine as time goes on, because, another 6 years from now, we're in 2030, I can only imagine how much will be spent, more and more. So when you think about that, 10% of 5 trillion is $500 billion. Can you imagine if if Open Campus, I'm going to get to how much should you have, right? But you need to understand this first. Can you imagine if Open Campus took 10% of the world's educational system and you start seeing teachers come over, because, they've already got that Tiny Tap, which is absolutely massive. This is what made me buy, this is what people seem to forget. Kids, the youngest kids that want to grow and learn, Tiny Tap is, I can guarantee you, if you've got an Apple iPad or whatever you got, your kid's playing some form of learning game and it's Tiny Tap. And I wanted to invest in this because of Tiny Tap. I needed Tiny Tap. Tiny Tap is Open Campus. They teamed together to build this with Animoca. So I know that what I've got right here is a winner, an absolute winner. You can't fail when you're investing in a new type of educational system. Can you imagine being able to invest in the idea of schools before schools blew up? The only people that were able to have an investment in that type of thing was governments. Those are the ones that are making trillions out of the educational system. You buy these books of us, you buy these clothes of us. It all goes to these governments because they need, just saying, I don't need to explain myself, So what was I getting at? The next level of education could be Open Campus, and they're already starting to team up with loads of different schools and everything else. They make it very simple for kids, adults, teachers to come along and start doing events and other different things to make it easy for people to learn. And I think learn to earn should not be underestimated by a mile. I promise you now, this could really blow. As a narrative on its own, learn to earn could blow. I'm dead serious when I say that, and I put huge money in this, full disclosure, because I believe that this is going to move. I don't care what you do what you want. This is not financial advice, but I know where I'm putting my money, right? The largest school network in the MENA region with over 130,000 students, just refreshing people that are new. 60 plus schools are already on Open Campus. They will co-create and launch new Arabic curriculums together with GEMS Education. This content will be tokenized as published NFTs. Now this could spark NFTs into a new rally as well. So first comes these guys, what comes next? Many other schools, many other different things. I said to you, I can see a world where Open Campus has these learning books. You know, like when you used to learn like for your I don't know, whether it's university or grade level 1, level 2 grades. I used to have them books. You look at the level 2 grades, you learn all your algebra and stuff like that. That could come a thing where you come on here, you have like a digital version, you just click it, learn it, and you probably earn as you flip and learn it. Everybody logs in with their IDs because you've got these digital IDs that they drop in. You just log in, do your grades, learn it. You know that you've learned it. You've got proof. Your school has proof that you've learned it because you're on here. Your ID signed in. And then they can see all the information that you've been typing on the books and stuff to learn the algebra, and then you get marked for it in the future, and then you earn. This is going to drive kids or just people, students, unis to want to learn, want to push their education. I can see it so many different ways. So this is just massively. I can see it. I really can see it, and you have to look to the future when you look at these types of things. And if you're into gaming, the whole partner with TinyTap alone is just a massive. It's like TinyTap has over 200,000 games, learning activities and everything in itself. So this becomes a gaming project as well. This covers so many different narratives. I'm telling you now, right? So how much of this should you have? It doesn't need to take 10%. 10% is 500 billion. If it goes to 500 billion, it's bigger than flipping Bitcoin. I'm just saying, if it took 10%, that's the kind of figures that you're talking. If it takes just 1%, $50 billion, that could be possible, right? I think that could be possible. $50 billion, that's 1%. 1%. So 0.5%, which is 0.5%, would be $25 billion. Do you think something that's first of all got a powerful partnership with TinyTap, it's got Animoca brands. I see him flipping gems here. You got High Street down here. You better watch High Street Sandbox. Do you think it's possible when it's trying to tackle the whole educational system, something like this could take a pinch of the educational system's money and go to maybe just 0.5%? I'm not even calling 10%. Take 0.5% of the trillions that's spent. And that pushes this to a $25 billion market cap. Let's keep it more real. Because if 25 billion does it, if 0.5%, I don't know if it's going to take 0.5% of the educational system. It might take 0.1%, because 0.5% is 25 billion. 0.25% of the educational system puts this at a $12.5 billion market cap. I think that's doable. I think this could take 0.25% of the educational system in the future and have other big schools and everything else involved in it and come over. Now we're going to come on to this, because you need to understand, I need to give you a realistic figure of what it can take, what it can hit. I put 10 billion, but I'm going to push this to 12.5 billion. Right there. 12.5 billion puts this at a $50 price minimum, which is a 79x return from now. And that's going to take 0.25 of the $5 trillion. It's probably more than that. Hold on, look at this, look. To put that into perspective, hold on a minute, I'm just reading wrong here, look at this. How much do countries spend on education? In 2020, the world spent about 5 trillion, 4.3% of global gross domestic product on education. To put that into perspective, the world spent $9 trillion in healthcare and nearly 2 trillion on its militaries. That was 2020. Let me change this to 2023. What are you spending in 2020? 3 years later, do you show? Spent education. No, that's billions. It's not showing. Maybe I'll have another update soon and I'll drop you another update. Because if they're doing 5 trillion in 2020, what are they doing now? Even if it was just 5 trillion a year, it's a lot of money. 0.25% would put Open Campus at a 12.5 billion, which is almost a $50 price. I seriously believe it's doable. What do you think? Drop your comments down below. Now you have a price as to where it can probably go. How much should you have? A 79x. Well, $1,000 today, if you can afford it, not financial advice. And the reason I put $1,000, I think that's the average, what average people, I still see myself as average, living a great life. But, I still think about my mum, and I live an average life. And, if I don't spend my Chineses, you get your black bean sauce. If I don't spend my money on buying my games and all these things, irrelevant things that I'm buying that I do not need. Or if you're a woman, you want to get your boobs done, you just got to keep it real. That's a lot of money. If you want to get your Botox or your lips, because I need $150 flipping dollars every time. Just to look like that. Save your money. Not financial advice. You have to take a sacrifice in life in order for you to make good money. Save your money. I would save my money. I'll put it over here. And if you do it over a time, maybe it might take you 4 to 6 months. I don't know, to get that kind of $1,000. Pull it in here, it gives you 1,600 tokens. Your $1,000 goes to $79,000 when this reaches my target, 12.5 billion, which could probably happen this cycle. And that's not even a joke. I keep seeing this trend. Do you see it trend? When you click on when you click on CoinGecko, you keep seeing it trend, because people are understanding that there's a huge potential behind this project. And when I saw it, I had to be a part. I had to be a part of this. I remember seeing this at dollars, like $2 or something ages ago, and I thought, nah, that's too much for me. I want it to cool down. Look up here, look. At $1.42, it was sitting up there, and I thought, let it cool off. I didn't catch the absolute bottom. If this falls, I promise you now, I'm buying huge amounts. I will make this my number one coin if I have to. I do not care. I will put huge amounts if I have to make this my number one holding, because I see the potential. Let's just talk about the tokenomics, right? Right now, 155 million, because, times 10, 1.5 billion, times 100, 15 billion. If it does 100x, this goes to a $15 billion market cap. It basically goes to where I say it, because I said 12, I'm saying... Hold on, no, I'm saying 50. Let me just quickly go back to that. I'm saying 12 billion, 0.25%. I'm saying 12.5 billion. So 100x is 15 billion. Now the fully diluted, look, times 10 would be, I just want to show you, times 10 would be 6 billion. Times 100 would be 60 billion fully diluted. Very doable. Very doable. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin went to $60 billion just through hype. No utility, no use case, no nothing back then. Now Shiba Inu is trying to build use case, but it never had that, and it went to $60 billion. I'm saying a project with open campus with massive brands, massive partnerships. Animoca's in on this. Go to $60 billion. Something that's disrupting the school educational industry, or that area. Go to $60 billion as a fully diluted. Now, when it comes to fully dilution, if it says 60 billion, that doesn't mean that that's what the market cap's going to be. Because people that got in this early, there's a vesting period, which means that some people may not have a chance to sell. Because if this blows up next month, it just goes to 12 billion next month, because it could do. If we start seeing flipping altcoins go crazy, or let's say within a year, there's still going to be people that have vested tokens that they can't get. So even though it says fully diluted 60 billion, that doesn't mean that that's what it's going to be. It's this one here. And as people say, you should look at the fully diluted, but not always. Because in my case, I've seen coins, Cardano was a fine example, blow up massive, where tokens were not even fully circulated. And people took loads of profits, it fell down. People are still waiting on tokens to come out, or whatever it is. I'm just saying, whatever you get involved in, right? So that's my verdict on that. Yeah, I just feel like maybe $1,000 investment could be great for some people. It could be life-changing. $80,000 is life-changing for someone that hasn't got a lot of money. If you can afford more, what does 5,000 give you? 5,000 gives you 8,000 tokens. See, maybe the 10,000, it's a lot. Now I'm talking for someone that's got a bit more money to play with. If you've got sort of like $6,000, $7,000 to play with, maybe the 10,000 mark could be an absolute life-changing for you. Like, I'm dead. That could change your life. Even if you're an average person that says, you know what, I'm going to force myself to really try hard, really try to take any bit of money I have and just keep building my bags, building my stash, 10,000 EDU could be absolutely life-changing. And I'm not even joking, life-changing, like change your life forever. Like seriously, because you're talking 6,000. Look at this, look, $6,198 times that by 79. because I said just 0.25% of this 5 trillion is 12.5 billion, which at that point this will sit at a $49 price. You're basically selling 10,000 tokens at $49 a piece, or you're looking at a 79x, right? So you're 6,900 times it by 79 times the money back, $489,000. That's life changing for some. That's a lot of money. What do you do with that? Just saying, that's a house. You can buy a house with that. That's 2 houses if you wanted. So, and that changes your life, because now you can set up 2 properties, flip and rent them out and whatever else. Let's just do it another way. You got 10,000 tokens, and then you sell each token at $49.84, which I'm looking on the right there like this. That shows you the same way, $498,000. So you decide what you want to do. This was not financial advice. That's what I think a fantastic target is for this, how much you should have, hold, and own. I mean, if you can afford more, you go for it. Again, not financial advice. You go for it. What am I going for? I'm going for this. I'm going to try and accumulate, and it could take some time, but I'm going for 100,000 tokens. That's my goal. My goal is to own 100,000 tokens. So when that $12.5 billion market cap comes along, fully diluted 60 billion, and I'm holding 100,000 tokens, and then I sell each token at, what did I say? $49.84. See, I've already given you the price target when to sell. You're hooked up in this video, man. I sell each token at $49.84. I make $4.9 million. So what would cost me $60,000 as a long-term goal? It's a lot of flipping money. I could turn $60,000 into $4.9 million. That'd be an interesting journey. I'm going to see if I can do it. If this was helpful, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Are you in on Open Campus? Are you going to get some now? It's entirely up to you what you want to do. You decide, let me know. I really hope this was helpful. If you do, if these videos help you, please do drop a like, because it shares it to more people in the space, the crypto space on YouTube, and then it just gets shared out to more people. And then drop the like. If you're here, if there's 100 people watching, drop a like. That's 100 likes instantly. Then other people can see it, and then they can decide what they want to do. I got a CEO tier. Where is it? Let me grab it. My CEO tier, which gives you access to the VIP group. Oh, just scroll down. Let me just find. No. I'm messing it up. I got all these different tiers. Take your pick. This exclusive VIP unlocks my post, so you can see when I'm buying, selling, staking the lot. Then I have a CEO tier. The CEO tier gives you access to the VIP group. Magic happens over there. You are part of a powerful network if you join it. It's entirely up to you. They get helpful videos all the time. They're getting super alerted on projects. There's people in there, smart brains that know how to make money, catching the trends quick. They bought this flipping troll and it blew up. Did you see it? You search troll, they did like flipping 700x. It's not even a joke. Some people got early on these coins. They got in on troll, so shout out to you guys that got in on that. Just what I'm saying, like they're seeing these things. I haven't even bought it, but they're buying these coins. They're blowing up massive and everything else. So come check it out. Yeah. Thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.
Never be defeated.